they'll tell me how the song makes them feel, and I'm just like,
yeah. Look, I got a couple, you know. When that Nasty C said, I know betrayal like I know my siblings, like an insecure girlfriend knows hickeys. I felt that 100. That was, I mean, when you get messages like that, I mean, like, where does that betrayal, where do you even know betrayal and hickey, where does all that stuff come from, you know?
I'm tired of it.
Betrayal, you know?
Yeah, but I've had my fair share of betrayal, you know, backstabbing, all that type of stuff. So that's just where that comes from. It's like I get to I always treat this thing like it's therapeutic for me. So I treat my music or my projects like a diary.
Yeah.
Like it's like an update on what's going on or what I just went through. So when I write it down, I make sure to write it. I don't want it to sound like I'm talking. So it has to be in a language that my age group understands. So that language.
I mean, and then now talking about your age group, that's interesting because I feel that like these guys are feeling you, right?
Yeah.
They're feeling you, and like there's this guy, the African, he goes, look, I'm in Joburg working, and you know I need money. Instead of telling me you're hurting, focus more on your studies. I'm not ignoring you, trust me, I'm always busy with something. You called too late or too early, I couldn't talk, I was grumpy. This shit is on a daily. This dude wrote and said, I can relate to that.
Yeah.
I mean,
I know a lot of people relate to that. I know that.
Outside music, how, from your peers, what do you think they're going through that they can relate? Not from a music perspective, but yeah, you know that like outside music, I know that homeboy's going through this or that or that.
I know heartbreaks are a real thing. And not only just like relationships, also friendships. There's heartbreaks and friendships too. I know parents won't always see eye to eye with their kids. I know most of my age group won't always get the love from their parents, like for what it actually is. Like, well, some of them might still be a little immature and naive, and they might just look at their parents as being haters or party poopers or just people that are holding them back in life and whatnot. I know I was at that point at one time. I didn't like my pops like a couple years, you know? And then when I finally snapped into I realized it was all love. So I know it's definitely a lot of them going through that. So I know they relate to that. I know they relate to missing people because we all lose people in our lives at some point. And we all miss them, so I'll speak about that. And also just the other stuff I know they relate to is, well, not necessarily relate to, but I know that it's something that they want. So I applied something that happened to me when, like the first time I listened to Wayne and T.I. and I didn't have self-confidence. I couldn't talk to girls for shit. I didn't know how to even start a conversation with a girl. And seeing those guys macking on girls in videos, wearing jewelry, and just having a whole lot of attitude, it just made me listen to them even more because every time I listened to them, I saw that, and that's what I wanted. So I just felt like for those 3 minutes, 2 minutes, I felt like I had that type of confidence. I'd act out their lyrics and whatnot. So that's why I say the shit I say in the songs, because I want when you say it back, I want you to feel like that's what you have too. Like you're that guy too. You're legendary too.
So when you recite those lyrics, it empowers you also.
Yeah, you know? I know. There's definitely a lot of kids that don't have that need it. So,
and they need to hear it from someone their age also.
Exactly. And why not it be somebody that they actually look up to? You know?
Yeah. I was thinking that like maybe you're listening to Lil Wayne at Lollipop. Meanwhile, you got one ear on the skateboard, the other, you know. And as soon as Lollipop finishes, the girl is still there, and you run away. Like, yeah.
So you fine now, you back. I'm serious.
You know, back then, okay, in the cassette, in the pen,
Hey.
yeah, I know, it's beyond the time. Yeah. And then this one also, thank you, the best advice I took from Nasty C album is that in life, when someone asks me about personal stuff, my answer should be good as scripted.
Yes.
I hope you're not giving me any scripted answers. Colin, I'm sure Colin took a DJ. Don't give me scripted answers.
No, you know, you get the real stuff. You know me. So, but it's like a defense mechanism.
And this is what I pick up from it. Like that's why I say, you know, you speak to these guys. They feel you. It's like, you know, I don't want to show who I am.
Yeah.
But let me just have a scripted answer. You know, that's a powerful line that like you can hear it as a rap. And someone else is like, oh shit.
advice. It's advice. It's great advice.
Jeez, like,
We all don't like being judged, man. Especially when it's like so close to your heart. Like people can judge you on what you're wearing. You know that's not nothing.
Yeah.
You can throw that away.
yeah.
If somebody judges you on your nose or your hair,
Yeah.
you get pissed.
Yeah.
So, or something personal, like passing of my mother. I remember somebody spoke about it lightly at some point, and that hurt me. I just felt like killing myself.
Was it on social or in
No. It was in real life. It was in real life. We just spoke about, and I just, because I thought I could. You know, I thought we were at that level. I was like, yeah, I told him how my mom passed away and blah blah blah, and how I never known her, and then a city comment followed, and I was like, fuck.
Yeah. This one said, yo, you have to see where I'm coming from to get what I'm gunning for.
Yeah.
What are you gunning for? Oh, you did tell me. You did tell me what you're gunning for. You did tell me what you're gunning for, you know? And then obviously, you know, this is the shit, the Wayne shit. When them niggas have a wah, wah, wah.
The Bling time, yeah.
So you go, I owe you a rose for every breath you take. I owe you all the love. God invested in heaven and then a necklace. God invested in heaven and then a necklace that say you come before second place. And then this guy goes, this is Little Says, it goes, these lines will make any girl say yes. Nasty C, you truly an amazing writer. You know, I mean...
That was this morning, wasn't it?
Huh?
I think that was this morning.
Yeah, this is this morning. Yeah. You know, I was catching up with these things this morning, you know. Like, for me, all this stuff is dope, though, you know, because, again, you know, it just talks back to the game.
Yeah.
Tell me, were you not confident with girls?
At some point.
Yeah?
I wasn't, bro. I remember this one day, I was so excited and so proud of myself because I asked the girl how she was.
Yeah.
Usually I just say hi and then look away and then keep walking. I finally found the courage to ask Munchan. And then after that, sometimes a conversation, even if it's like small talk, but a conversation would follow. Right? And I was proud of myself. I was like, yeah, there we go.
Do you think that what if for the other kid that goes, yeah, but you're a rapper, they won't listen to you. That's why you got that confidence.
Now. But if I had known all this stuff before I even was a rapper, if I wasn't even a rapper, it still would have worked.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people that do amazing at everything they do, and some of them just don't even want to be famous. Some of them don't want to have money, but they're still those guys. Everybody loves them. Everybody looks up to them. They're not afraid of anything. They're not afraid to say or speak their mind. They're not afraid of any girl. Like, go on, I will over bad. Yeah, those guys. Those guys. They don't know what it's like to be in the shell and not have self-confidence. They've always had self-confidence. It works in all departments. It doesn't matter what it is. If you want chicks, it works. If you want money, it works.
It's like you know, I mean, when you're a pretty boy, but like they're like, I gotta work on the game then. You know what I mean?
I ain't calling it